Sourcing from China is a complete shit fight at the minute. Long lead times to get stock out of the country, difficulties with tariffs getting into other countries. There is a better way, and I think the better way is to source directly from Australia or sourcing domestically. So if you're going to sell things on Amazon here in Australia, sourcing from Australia is a bloody awesome way to go about doing that. So in this video, and for the next 6 videos as well, so depending on which video you watch, there's actually 7 videos in this series. I'm going to go through exactly how to source your products from Australia. I'm going to cover all the different sourcing strategies, whether that's sort of trade shows or industry associations, whatever it may be. I'm going to show you a deep dive so you will know exactly how you can source your products right here in Australia. Now, if this sort of content interests you, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. As I said, this is one of 7 videos I'm doing all about sourcing in Australia. I'm going to go really deep into it, and I think if you are selling on Amazon here in Australia or considering doing that, you'll get a ton out of it. So to make sure you don't miss one of these videos, be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. All right, so with that little preamble, let's get into it. All right, next, let's go for our next one. Next one is a Google search. So when I am looking for suppliers in Australia, Google is a really vastly underutilized way of finding really good suppliers, not just in Australia. If I'm sourcing domestically in the USA or in the UK, for instance, it's a really great strategy, and it's actually super easy to use. So let me show you how to use it. Now, there's a couple of different ways of doing this, but let me show you my fave. Let's stick with our leather goods manufacturer. See, it even comes up. Leather goods manufacturer. And then we're going to go our plus sign, Australia. Oh, it deleted our plus sign. We actually want that in. It's an important bit of it. Thank you. All right, so we should check out the ads, of course, but this is going to be people who know how to market themselves, and oftentimes that's going to lead you to some kind of trading company. You don't want that. You just want to go directly to a factory. A trading company is just there as a middleman. Certainly in Australia, they provide very little value. In China, they can be very useful, but in Australia, in my experience, zero value to be had by working with somebody like that. Okay, so instead, here we go. We've got people like this. Bespoke, that's a good word. That means you can customize it to whatever you want. Bespoke means you can customize it to whatever you want. Australia made bags and leather manufacturing. Now you might look at that and say to yourself, but I don't want to sell a bag. I'm not interested in selling a bag. What I want to sell is a dog lead, not a bag. Well, here's the good news. These companies that are specialists in leather will make all sorts of different leather related products. So their specialization is leather, and then you just have to call them and ask them if they can also make you a dog leash. If they can almost also make you a dog leash. Now, this is such an important point, okay? Really think this through. If you are sourcing all of your products from the same place that everybody else sources their products from, because on their website it says leather dog leash, for instance, and you try and sell the same thing that everybody else is selling, this is a terrible strategy. It's terrible. That is just a race to the bottom, okay? All you've got to make somebody buy your product is price. That's it. Price. Bad strategy. Instead, by using things like this, where you actually go to these companies that don't advertise the fact that they are able to make you a leather dog leash. Instead, they're leather specialists. You can then work with them to get the kind of dog leash made that you want. It's such a big difference, okay? And it's the same for all categories. Like, we're talking about leather dog leashes, but just know we could be talking about anything at all. Anything at all. So important. See, these will design it for you. They'll prototype it, which means sample. That's all prototype means. It means sample. And then they will manufacture it. And look, they're handmade. That's pretty cool. In this world of handmade and bespoke and Etsy and things like that, this is a good thing, okay? The benefit of this is customizable, unique products that you get to sell. This is how you win on Amazon. This is how you win on Amazon. It's insane. And of course, you'll be working with a small run manufacturer who's able to do things for you beautifully in Australia. This is a cool thing, okay? Cool thing. I really recommend this. Again, very simple strategy, but what I'm trying to get you to do is think about these things differently. Think about them differently. Anyway, let's continue. So, any questions about this? Let's do questions. Thank you, Neil. Very nice. Can we still get 30% more? You've got to call these people, man. You don't expect me to go out there and do your research for you. Do I look like somebody that loves doing your research for you? I've got all on doing my research for me. But just know, I source in Australia. Why can't you? How do you know who the legit profiles are? Is that for LinkedIn? We're talking about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is just a place where you go and put your CV. So you're looking for those, okay? You're looking for those. The upside, Cara says, is you get to say it's made in Australia, which is a huge upside. Right now, there's a lot of anti-Chinese sentiment stoked by the mainstream media. Regardless of what you think about China, just know most Chinese folks, they're just out there making a buck like you and I, okay? There's nothing nefarious going on. But the mainstream media will tell you all sorts of crap. But anyway, lots of people listen to mainstream media, so that means there's a lot of anti-Chinese sentiments. We're entrepreneurs. We take advantage of that. How do you do that? By selling Aussie-made products. That's how you do that. John, do the Aussie manufacturers require payment up front for your order? Or require yes and yes. So they will require a percentage up front and they will have a minimum order quantity just like all other manufacturers, okay? Is there a sourcing agent who can find the right supply in Australia? No idea. I don't use that. I'm telling you how to do it yourself. I've got no idea if there's a sourcing agent you can go and use. That video was taken from my regular Monday night Q&A session where I answer members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs questions all about building their Amazon business. We've got over 2,500 members right here in Australia with sales of over $50 million. If you'd like to find out more about joining us, helping you build your Amazon business, check us out at www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. See you next time. Bye.